Anthony Fauci was called to Congress to testify on COVID-19 origins, the United States response.
You mean how you said, well, this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated?
It is the unvaccinated who are the problem.
It's the unvaccinated who are the threat.
Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
You deserve everything you're getting and way more. This was the biggest scam in the history of humankind. We've never had to deal with, as humans, propaganda the way that we have with the internet involved in it, where you have influencers being paid to say things as if they are facts. It ruined lives, it ruined families, it ruined futures, it ruined generational businesses. It took trillions of dollars out of the middle class economy of business owners and shifted it to the biggest companies in the world, the people who were friends with these people. Anybody who stood up for it went through complete hell for the last 4 years. They used this whole thing to lock down the country, get the mail-in votes for the election, divide people, and now it's blowing up in their faces. Humanity needs to rise up and hold these people accountable. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ
Cruise the motherfucking internet.
And that's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for, Cruise the Internet. We put topics of the day up on the screen. We speculate on what's true and what's not true, and then we talk about how we, the people, have to be the solution to the problems going on in the world. Other times throughout the week, we're going to have Q&AF like you heard yesterday. That's where you submit the questions and we give you the answers. You can submit your questions a few different ways. First way is,
guys, email these questions into askandy@andyfrisella.com.
Or you go on YouTube and the Q&AF episodes, drop your question in the comments, and we will answer some from there as well. Other times we have Real Talk. Real Talk is 5 to 20 minutes of me giving you some real talk. And then we have 75 Hard Verses. 75 Hard Verses, where someone who's completed the 75 Hard program comes on the show, talks about how their life was a dumpster fire and now it's not, and how they achieved that using the 75 Hard and Live Hard program. If you're unfamiliar with the 75 Hard and Live Hard program, it is the world's most famous in history mental transformation program, and you can get it for free at episode 208 on the audio feed only. It wasn't on YouTube. We've only been on YouTube for a little bit. There's also a book called The Book on Mental Toughness. It's available at andyfrisella.com. It outlines the entire Live Hard program, nuts and bolts. It tells you everything that you need to know top to bottom. It also has 10 chapters extra on mental toughness and some case studies on some very famous people and how they became mentally tough, which allowed them to become the famous people that you know them for. There is a fee for the show. The fee is not monetary. You're going to notice that I don't run ads on the show. I don't want to listen to anybody telling me what I can and can't say. The show is called Real as Fuck, not say what I want and get paid for it as fuck. So I don't run ads. And in exchange for that, I ask that you help me share the show. We're constantly battling traffic throttling, shadow bans, censorship, removal of episodes, because we talk about stuff they don't want us talking about. So we need your help to get the word out. So if the show makes you think, if it makes you laugh, if it's a good episode that brings you value, if it teaches you some skills, please share the show. It's the only way that people hear about the message. All right? So don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right, what's up?
Definitely going to want to share this one.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting hot today. Hey.
What? What?
You want that?
This is mine. I know you're ready to kill somebody for this grape.
Let's split it.
That's fine.
All right.
I can only drink half this shit anyway, bro. Real talk. All these motherfuckers around the office, dude.
Bro, they down those
bro,
things, man.
I can't do it, man.
I can't do it either.
I'll stay up all night
Mm-hmm.
talking shit on the... Maybe actually I should
not be a bad idea. We'll do a 24-hour stream session.
I'll tell you what, dude. Yeah. Have you had one of these?
It's fucking good,
bro.
Bro, listen, that's number one right now.
Now I said I don't run ads on the show, but if I did,
I mean,
it would definitely be for this amazing First Form Energy grape smash.
Now, what's the other one? Because there was another one that came out with
Summerade.
Summerade.
Yeah,
I haven't tried that one yet.
Me neither, because I don't care. Because it's a grape.
Bro, grape's number one.
Yeah,
I think we could both.
You guys got the Summerade over there. What do you think of that? You guys like that one?
I think the grape is better, probably.
You do?
Yeah.
What's that one like? Like, what's it taste like? Summerade?
Strawberry lemonade.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good.
But bro, that grape is fucking.
It fucking tastes like Kool-Aid, bro.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Should have. Well, now grape smash.
I should have called it grape drink.
Bro, I was gonna suggest that grape drink or DJ's juice,
purple
juice.
Yeah.
Either one of those would have worked, but
Yeah.
the shit's just fucking amazing. It's great. Good job.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Team did a good job.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I am part of the team, though.
Yeah. Had a great weekend, man. Weekend was great, man.
Yeah.
Shit was fucking awesome.
It was. We actually did live the weekend, and now we're talking
We
about
actually
that.
did, yeah.
Bro,
It was a great weekend,
bro, it was awesome.
It's fucking
I had
great.
so much fun, dude. It was so cool seeing everybody. One thing about the First Form community, dude, is that if someone shows up wearing that 1P, they're a good motherfucker. And, dude, just to be around those people for 3-4 days, it just charges you up, man.
Well, you just get a different sense that, like, seeing a follower count doesn't give you, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know that these
Well, come
people,
on.
you're physically seeing these people, and you know for a fact that we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
It made me think, too, though, like, one of the reasons that we're in this predicament in society is because people are using social media as an outlet for their rage and for their dissatisfaction for things. And they believe that posting a meme or making a comment is like getting it done.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, dude. And like, I actually started thinking about this weekend. What if there was no social? What if there was no internet and these people were doing these things? What would you do then? That's what we should be doing. Whatever that is, that's what we should be doing. Getting engaged, organizing in person, getting together and talking about strategies, not just about what's wrong, but what we need to do moving forward and what our individual roles in that are. And I thought that was cool because that's what I talked about at Summer Smash on Saturday. And it seemed like people were definitely with it.
For sure.
But people got to understand, man, we all play an individual role in this, and it's not to post memes or just talk shit on the internet.
Yeah.
We have to get activated. We have to get engaged. And for those of you that are wondering, what should I do? Well, pretend you didn't have Instagram. Pretend you didn't have social media. Pretend there was no internet. What would you do then? What would you do if you're reading stories about all this criminal activity that has to do with like COVID or all of these things going on in the world? What would you do?
Mm-hmm.
Do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Real shit, man. You got to cake somebody, too?
I did, dude, bro. Steve, a lot of you guys don't know I've been good friends with Steve Aoki for a long time.
Yeah.
And he let me cake someone. And I don't think he's ever let people cake with him. Yeah, I think
I know of.
the guys who were handing them the cakes, they tried to stop me. They're good dudes.
Yeah, super good dude.
But I was like,
Arius was his name.
yeah, dude, those guys were awesome.
Yeah.
Bro, he is a first class, that whole team, first class people,
For
man.
sure, bro. For sure. I can't imagine having that type of schedule.
Well, dude, no shit.
He fucking left here at what, 10 o'clock, almost 10:30?
Yeah, and he played a show in Vegas at 1 a.m., which is 3 a.m. our time.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like that, bro, it's insane.
Yeah, dude,
Insane.
he's a hardworking dude. You ever seen his Netflix documentary?
No.
You should watch it.
No.
Dude,
he does like, what, 250 shows a year?
Bro,
or some shit like that?
he's the hardest working artist in show business, no question.
Yeah.
Not even comparable. It's like he's a million miles ahead of what everybody else is willing to do. And what's cool about him, dude, is he's just a normal guy that likes to have fun and help people have fun, and he's just a good fucking dude.
Likes pickleball, apparently.
Yeah, bro, he likes all sports. He's a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, he is.
And dude, but dude, it was cool because I mean, dude, I had to rewatch his videos of caking people because he kind of just he's not trying to. Like, I went out there trying to decapitate people.
Yeah, you went full Brigalia.
I went a little aggressive.
Full Brigalia.
Yeah, and well, it's got to be, man. You only get one shot at that. But, dude, did you know?
Fucking smoked somebody.
Did
bro.
you know who I got?
No.
It was fucking Gabe and Matt here in the office. So there was that girl up on that dude's shoulders.
Yeah.
There was two girls, and I was
she
trying.
kind of like ducked it.
I know, but dude, I threw that motherfucker as hard as I could. I think they clocked that thing at like 106.
Oh, bullshit.
But it ended up smoking our dudes.
Yeah, hey. It
was funny, dude. That's definitely a memory I'll never forget.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. Fucking awesome weekend. Now, we got a lot of stuff to cover. Like I said, guys, this is a super important episode. You guys have to make sure that you guys help us out, support us, share this message, get this message out, because there's a lot of crazy shit going on that we got to talk about, have to address it. But first, we got mentioned again.
We did.
Yeah.
Where?
Maxine Waters.
She mentioned who?
She mentioned us.
No, she did not.
Yeah. She called us domestic terrorists.
Well, I mean,
yeah. That's almost by name.
Everybody's got to be something. Bro, they're the domestic
Bro,
terrorists.
this lady's unhinged, man.
No, motherfucker. Everything they say, everybody notices it now, right? I'm not bringing anything to anybody's attention. But everything they say is projection. And everything they do is what they're doing. And if you want to know who the actual domestic terrorists are, look at the people who point their finger at patriotic Americans, people that they've used to fight wars, people that they've celebrated in Memorial Day and Veterans Day and 4th of July for hundreds of years, and they call them domestic terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
The people who do that are the domestic terrorists.
1,000%, man, and that's what Maxine Waters is. She did an interview where she called Trump supporters domestic terrorists, and this was on MSNBC. And she was discussing the guilty verdict for Trump in New York. Here's the clip, man. Let's see what she has to say.
I am going to spend some time with the criminal justice system, with the justice system, asking them, tell us what's going on with the domestic terrorists. Are they preparing a civil war against us? Should we be concerned about our safety? What is he doing with this divisive language? It is dangerous, and we're going to have to make sure that we understand that we're not at risk with this man talking in the way that he's doing.
Oh, you're at risk, bitch.
Are we at risk with the way that she's talking?
Well, isn't she the one that said to like go get in people's faces and all that stuff back in 2020?
She 100% is.
Yeah. Well, now they're getting scared, dude.
Oh, they're terrified.
Yeah, and real talk, lady, you're lucky that we have restraint. You're lucky we have restraint. These people are losing. They're losing big. They're fucking freaking the fuck out, and I think it's hilarious.
I think it's great, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this lady.
They should be scared.
Yeah. She got butterscotches in her pocket.
No, she don't. She's got fucking Werther's Original laced with cyanide. She probably gives little kids. These people are evil, dude. I would love nothing
she
more.
Spikes the Halloween candy.
I would love nothing. Yes, she's one of those people. I would love nothing more to see these people get held accountable for.
Bro, they have to get. I think they will.
Yeah,
I think they will. It's unavoidable. Unavoidable.
I think one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, but Maxine Waters, dumbass of the day. Congratulations, lady. Thanks for the shout out.
Fuck, she's about 200 years old, bro. She's dumbass of the century.
Guys, remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find all of this stuff linked there. We keep that stuff for you there. With that being said, headline one. Let's just get right into the spice.
Yeah.
Right into the shiitakes.
Yeah, let's stay away from those white people with no spice.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'll be
Is that
honest.
racist?
Listen, the PowerPoint might get stolen. If we
I don't get it. See, that was racist, motherfucker. You know, every time I'm in my room with you, I got to check for my wallet.
Oh,
when you walk out to take a shit, we all look at each other and be like, everybody's got their wallet.
Hey, are you okay? Look, real quick. This is growth right here. I want to confess to a crime.
Okay.
I did steal your cigar lighter.
Which one?
The silver one.
Oh, yeah.
I do have it.
Well, see, this is how I know you're a shitty criminal, because that's my shittiest lighter.
No, it wasn't intentional. I got home, bro. I was fucking emptying my pockets. I said, fuck, black people stealing lighters. Here it goes. And like, it's funny.
Well, first of all, let's be real. Black people stealing lighters is not a black thing.
No,
Stealing lighters is
just
an American tradition.
Yeah, just stealing.
It might even be a European tradition too. It might be a world thing.
Yeah.
Lighters are meant to be stolen.
Well, just stealing in general is a black guy thing. That's all I was saying.
all my bikes growing up were stolen by black people. I swear to God.
So are DJs.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too, actually. No, I just thought it was funny.
Dude, does it feel like he's a little bitter about that?
It does.
Yeah.
He's still holding on to that.
One time it happened right in front of me too.
C-Shot, we got to get Madonna another bike, bro, so he calms down. We got to heal this man.
Bro, no, I was just made me think, bro, because you accused me of stealing your lighters a couple of times.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No,
that one big one, and it was
Which
right
one?
there on the table.
Which one?
In the lounge, the blue Bic. He's like, DJ,
I'm still missing that one.
No, it's on you. Anyways, guys, headline number one, man, we got to get into this. So at 10 a.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m. Central time, where we're recording, Mr. Anthony Fauci was called to Congress to testify. and it is some heat going on there. Let's connect some dots. So he's testifying on COVID-19 origins, the United States response, some of the trust the science that was put out, and of course we got some we got some receipts for you guys, of course. But before he even made it in to the room, he's getting some pretty hot heckling going on. Here's a quick video of him just entering the building.
Hey, Tony, are you sad that you're in the number 3 spot as it applies to murdering people throughout the entire world after Stalin and Hitler? Sir? How many people do you think you murdered based on your policies along with Mike Pence at the White House coronavirus?
Who's saying that? This guy on the right?
This guy in the gray, yeah.
How much did Mike Pence know about your involvement in taking not only millions of dollars according to the documentation, but also you subsequently funding the Wuhan Institute of Virology that ended up destroying America's economy, as well as destroying millions of people, whether it was through the myocarditis-making jabs, the DNA mutilation injections that were never approved by the FDA. There was a bait and switch. It was legally distinct, meaning you were forcing the injections of emergency use authorized products into our military service members that destroyed our readiness.
Hammered.
Hey.
Hey, listen.
You ever seen that video where that pedophile that raped and murdered that guy's kid walking through into the courtroom and he's on the payphone?
On the payphone, yeah.
And he turns around and blows his brains out?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been better.
Yeah, I mean, but
this is pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
He got him the number 3 threat to humanity after Stalin and I forget the other names. Stalin and Mao. I mean, now listen now. So that's him just getting in the building. He gets in. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she opens up. She refuses to even call him a doctor. She says, quote, "You're not a doctor. You're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes," she said, after referencing the reports throwing the subcommittees into disarray over whether she had violated hearing rules preventing members from making personal attacks. I thought that was pretty cool. But here's the thing, all right? Now, they get this guy on there, and of course, the left is always going to try to protect their own. They have this Congresswoman, Mrs. Dingle, fitting, tries to do this, like, pull on the purse strings. Fauci tries to drop a few fake tears. Here's this clip.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you about it. But I think the American people need to know what we are doing to those who are serving the common good and public health. I think it's important to make clear the harms that you and your loved ones have suffered because of these deeply irresponsible accusations. Because you know what? You're human, just like the rest of us. So, Dr. Fauci, can you please share with us the nature of the threats you have received since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic?
Here comes the waterworks.
Yes, there have been everything from harassments by emails, texts, letters of myself, my wife, my 3 daughters. There have been credible death threats leading to the arrests of 2 individuals, and credible death threats means someone who clearly was on their way to kill me. And it's required my having protective services essentially all the time. It is very troublesome to me. It is much more troublesome because they've involved my wife and my 3 daughters.
Waterworks.
At these moments, how do you feel? Keep your mic on.
Terrible.
Do you continue to receive threats today?
Yes, I do. Every time someone gets up and says I'm responsible for the death of people throughout the world, the death threats go up.
Okay, motherfucker. You mean just like how we all got death threats? You mean how you said, oh, this is a pandemic of the unvaccinated? Oh, you mean how I have to have security detail because I talked about this shit when you said that we were killing people and then we were fucking, dude, fuck you.
You want the receipts, Andy?
Do we have them?
Of course we got them, guys. Here is all of, this is a culmination of about 3 years here worth of mainstream media and the threats that they have made against the American people who decided to, exercise their own
You mean all the fucking businesses this dude's closed? All the fucking children that are ruined because of the school closures? Dude, fuck you. You deserve everything you're getting and way more. Way more.
Yeah, check this out.
You are the unvaccinated. You are the problem. It is the unvaccinated who are the problem. Period. End of story.
The only people that you can blame, this isn't shaming, this is the truth. Maybe they should be shamed, are the unvaccinated.
It's time to start blaming the unvaccinated folks, not the regular folks.
Anyone you came into contact with will blame you, as will the rest of us who have done the right thing by getting vaccinated.
Because frankly, we know that we can't trust the unvaccinated.
I think it's time to get our moral house in order, Anderson. It's the unvaccinated who are the threat.
All of us vaccinated folks are going to start wearing masks to protect the unvaccinated folks. It's called a Christian value.
You're basically punishing the vaccinated for the sins of the unvaccinated.
People are not behaving honorably. The unvaccinated are basically saying, well, it's open season for me. I can do whatever I want as well.
The unvaccinated are basically beating their breasts and running around the country saying, we don't care, we're living free and so forth.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
The unvaccinated, a group that includes children and people acting like children. And the rest of us are starting to get pissed off.
The vaccinated feel the unvaccinated are making me upset or angry.
This is not about freedom or personal choice.
Well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No. Screw your freedom.
The other day, Howard Stern weighed in with a much different approach. Take a look.
When are we going to stop putting up with the idiots in this country and just say, it's mandatory to get vaccinated? Their freedom.
But you're treading on our freedom and you're making other people sick, and really you're killing other people.
The anti-vaxxers, they seem to have a thing for death and home remedies.
The anti-maskers turned anti-vaxxers are not just putting their own lives at risk. If that was the issue, we could just say that we can watch them compete to win place or show in the Darwin Awards.
We have to start doing things for the greater good of society and not for idiots who think that they can do their own research. And don't get me started on the lunatics who won't take any of the COVID vaccines.
Life is too short to be an ass. Life is way too short to be ignorant of the promise of something that is helping people worldwide.
Maybe you're doing it because you're disconnected or disorganized. Maybe you have some sympathetic psychological reasons. But maybe you're just being antisocial.
Oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are.
Those who are not vaccinated will end up paying the price.
The unvaccinated should be taxed. They should pay more for health care.
We need to start looking at the choice to remain unvaccinated the same as we look at driving while intoxicated.
We're going to see, and I've said, almost two types of America.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack, yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy.
Pointing back to the unvaccinated who are really creating a problem in this country. Every death that we are seeing from COVID could have been prevented.
Literally, the only people dying are the unvaccinated. And for those of you spreading misinformation, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't know how some of you sleep at night.
Well, we sleep good while a lot of you guys are dead.
It's funny, vaccinated person coming in with a heart attack. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Now, I want to point this out real quick, Andy, because this is important. All right. Were these all of, everybody we just saw in that little clip, was this all of their own personal feelings, right? Or were they made to say these things? Were they just reading off a teleprompter? I don't know. What's the truth? How about the United States government gave media companies, more than a couple of hundred of them, over $1 billion in 1 year to push this propaganda? That's our taxpayer dollars. That means we funded this propaganda machine. That they used our money to pay these people to basically scare us and fear us into injecting these crazy things. And it wasn't just us that made. It wasn't just these media companies that made money off of this stuff, right? You got Fauci himself, $750 million pushing this propaganda. That's how much he made off of this. Pushing these lies, spreading these lies. All of this stuff is all out right now. And then, more information is coming out, more and more. We were not wrong. We were never wrong. We were never wrong. Oxford University just released a study. Myocarditis and pericarditis only appear after COVID vaccination, not after COVID infection. Every single day is getting very, very clear what happened, who were the players, and who's responsible for this. Andy, what do we got on this?
It's the same thing that I've been saying for the last 3.5 years, 4 years. This is crimes against humanity. Every single person that was involved with it, every single person that funded it, every single person that organized it, every single person that made the decisions, every single person that went along with it for money. I'm not talking about the people out here, the citizens who were fooled or coerced or forced, but every single person that was that was involved in organizing this should be tried for crimes against humanity and, in my opinion, executed. That's my opinion. Okay? This was the biggest scam perpetrated on in the history of humankind. All right? We have to understand the internet has not been around that long. We've never had to deal with, as humans, propaganda the way that we have with the internet involved in it, where you have influencers being paid to say things as if they are facts. You know, if we have influencers that work for your company, your private company, they have to disclose that they're being paid, or the FTC will fucking get you. Mm-hmm. These people didn't do that. Mm-hmm. They just paid people to say things as if they were fact. And this entire thing, it ruined lives, it ruined families, it ruined futures, it ruined generational businesses. It took trillions of dollars out of the middle-class economy of business owners and shifted it to the biggest companies in the world, the people who were friends with these people. It ruined kids. People had to watch their loved ones die on Zoom. Anybody who stood up for it went through complete hell for the last 4 years. Ask me how I know. Okay, I have to have security because fucking people come to my house trying to fuck with me over this for the last 4 years. They come to my place of business. And now Fauci's saying, oh, I had 2 people. Bro, I arrested 13 motherfuckers last year trying to fuck with me. And more than that the year before. Okay? So this guy can suck a fucking dick. And he deserves to be gutted on national TV, Braveheart style, for what he did, for a sign to everybody else that this kind of shit will never be tolerated again. That's what I think. Yeah. That's what I have on it. This guy's a fucking super Dr. Evil criminal at the highest level. And all his cohorts, the World Economic Forum, the WHO, humanity needs to rise up and hold these people accountable. That's what I think.
I mean...
This could have all been avoided, by the way. You're going to tell me that 2 dumb fucks from Missouri figured this out 3.5 years ago, but these guys are just now figuring it out?
Had no idea.
No, bro. They were all leveraged. They were all pressured. All of the people in Washington, all you Republicans, all you people, you guys are pussies, all right? You sat by and let these people do this. In fact, you have a role of response. Now, I don't think that those people should be treated the same as the people who actually came up with it. But the fact that none of you guys in Washington, D.C. actually stood up for this in a real way, you're not...
At least questioned it?
Yeah. I mean, what'd you have, Rand Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rand Paul saying some shit. Everybody else was too scared. Everybody else didn't want to stand out. Bro, including Donald Trump. Donald Trump went along with it. And you guys can fucking get mad at me all you want about that. But he went along with it, shut the country down, did all this shit. And now, you know, here we are. Like, bro, that was, I like Trump, but that was a cowardly move.
Mm-hmm. Never in the history have we done that.
No, never. And I'm old enough to know that. Yeah. Now, we can flip that around and look at it and say, okay, well, now we can see all this shit very clearly, but look at the damage that's been done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, sure, you could argue. We don't know what Trump was leveraged on. We don't know if, you know,
no, listen,
what the backside
I get that.
Of that.
But this dude made 700 and him and his buddies got paid $710 million
in royalties.
The media companies got over $1 billion from the federal government. The federal government forced Twitter and Meta and all the social media brands outside of TikTok to censor anyone saying anything outside the ordinary. Joe Rogan, myself, other people were saying ivermectin from literally May or June of 2020,
yeah.
And we were getting destroyed. They tried to ruin Joe Rogan's life over it. Like, bro, they knew that shit worked.
They edited a video and put a fucking grayscale over it.
They made him look yellow and sick.
To try to convince people, like, bro,
they fucking, they put the frontline, the America's frontline doctors, that coalition of doctors who was telling, they were like, hey man, the hospitals are empty. Hey, you know what? Ivermectin cures this. Hydroxychloroquine helps with this. They went to Capitol Hill. You know what they did to those? They arrested them. They took their medical licenses away. They ruined their lives. They ruined their reputation. All the while, the evidence for ivermectin being effective was there. And the reason they wouldn't allow people to talk about it is because if they found out that there was an actual cure or an actual therapeutic treatment for it, they couldn't keep the state of emergency, which was the lockdowns.
Right. The state of emergency was put in place because there was no therapeutic treatment.
That's right.
Oh, we have to use this vaccine.
Yeah.
That's the only choice you have.
Bro, they use this they use this whole thing to lock down the country, get the mail-in votes for the election, steal the wealth of the middle class, divide people, like, and now it's blowing up in their fucking faces. And a whole bunch of more shit, dude. But yeah, you know, guess what? I told you so, motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers that came at me and said, you're dangerous, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. No, you're dangerous.
Right.
You're dangerous. And here's another thing I'll say to any of you listening. If you have people around you that screamed at you and called you names and told you that you don't deserve rights, blah, 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 those people are dangerous. Those people are dangerous to you. They're dangerous to your family because they are easily manipulated and thirst for power and control over you. People were loving going to the grocery store and screaming at people. They were loving going on Twitter and saying, these people don't wear masks, blah, blah, blah. When people would talk about camps in Australia or the camps that were being built in Canada
yeah.
or the FEMA camps that were being built in the state of Washington and the state of New York, people cheered and they said, unvaccinated people belong there. And if you were to take that narrative of that video that we just watched and project it down the line, where do you think they were trying to get you to go? They were going to genocide people that wouldn't take the vaccine. They were going to put them in camps globally and fucking murder them. And your neighbors who fucking went along with it, you better remember who they are because the next time this comes around, they're just as dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't forgive and forget. Keep in mind who those people are. Keep in mind who did that shit. Keep in mind all your quote-unquote friends and family who wouldn't allow you to come over for Thanksgiving or Christmas and who screamed at you and who killed the relationship between you. Those people are dangerous. They are dangerous to you. They are dangerous to your family. And if given the chance again, they will do the same thing unless they have actually publicly stood up and said, dude, I got played. Because there's so many people still hanging on to this. We still go out in society and motherfuckers are wearing masks and shit. They think they're right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These people are dangerous, dude, and you better not forget who they are. These are the same people that in fucking 1930s, when they were rounding up the Jews, they were saying, there's a Jew, there's a Jew, there's a Jew. And these, ironically, are the same people who say, oh, never do that. I'd be on the right side of history. No, you proved that you were on the wrong side of history. And you better remember who was and who you know who was because those motherfuckers will turn on you again. And if someone comes along and they want to rally you off to some fucking camp, those people will be all for it again, bro.
What's the next lie? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now if they stood up and they said, hey, I was wrong, I got played, that's a different story. But if they're standing firm in their beliefs, you know, these people who are still saying, oh, the vaccine injuries that's misinformation. You're such a liar. You're a right-wing, far-right, blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. Okay? I'm fucking tired of these people, and I know you guys are too. And we need to stand up and get right in their fucking faces and say, hey, eat shit.
It's real shit, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Down in the comments, let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's go check out some of these comments, bro. We had some interesting ones.
Cool.
Guys, this first comment comes from Javiana Donson. And he's always been jealous of DJ's beard.
Well, it is Pride Month.
Don't you fucking go there. What the fuck is that? Who did that shit? Bro,
we all know who did that.
Bro, I didn't know, bro. Why would I do that to myself?
Because it's Pride Month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They gave me a Karen cut, man.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yep.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, why would you do that?
You did that shit?
Yep.
All right, we got another one here. Asmisms. This dude is a swollen amygdala with a beard.
You talking about you?
I'm talking about you.
How you know? How you know?
Listen here. Bro, they talk about you.
How you know he's not talking about
I'm
you?
not a swollen amygdala.
You? Oh, so I am?
Bro, the shit that these people come up with.
I mean, maybe that's right. That could be right. I do feel a little mad all the time. Like, I feel madder than I should all the time.
No, your alligator's angry because it got out of them teeth and no toothbrush.
That's what it is. I mean, I can't say anything.
It is what it is.
You got me.
We got another one here. I don't even know how to read this. It's just a generic username, but it probably makes sense with the age of this person. Let's check out this comment here. It says, quote, I'm 63, obese, and on day 16 of 75 hard. My workouts are doctor approved. I want to do more, but I let myself go for decades. I found, quote, the hard of the program on day 3. I'm a Navy vet, and I really like what I'm experiencing. Thank you for this program. To which at Caleb Fleming 1607 replied, I'm on day 70. I barely even have to think about it now. You've got this. From one veteran to another. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, dude.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. I love that, dude. I love, like, it's never been, like, to me, because I've always struggled with my fitness and physique my whole life, especially with being overweight. You know, it's funny because a lot of people in the fitness industry are very much so like, you know, you got to be fucking ripped and jacked and this and that. And like, bro, it ain't about that, man. It's about where you are, and it's about getting better day in and day out. And, you know, this is how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be people who recognize they have a big change to make, who are taking the steps day by day by day, no matter where they started from, and then other people supporting that. And this is what it's all about right here, man. I love this.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
One last one real quick, just to tie this all up. At Avery Atkinson 167 says, don't be a Lizzo. Share the show.
It'd be hard to be a Lizzo. That's a full-time job. I mean, I would have to fucking eat 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, we appreciate
I have to
you.
have an endless supply of bananas to stick in girls' vaginas.
Oh, all right.
Well, that's what she did.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you thought that was a...
Oh, that was... I didn't know where you was going with that one, bro.
That's what she did. She allegedly made girls on her team stick bananas in their vaginas.
Yeah. She did. No,
Yeah.
that is a factual statement.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You're the one that's racist, bro, not me. I'm repeating facts. You're drawing conclusions and parallels
Well, I have to
between
get
bananas. What?
To stick in their vaginas. Got it.
You don't like bananas?
I love bananas. Andy. Bro.
There's something wrong with you, bro.
Here's the secret, bro. Listen. You take Honey Nut Cheerios, dice up some bananas, throw them bitches on top, a little honey.
Hey, dude, that's good. My mom used to do that when we were kids.
Fire shit, bro.
My mom used to do that for us when we were kids.
Fire.
That was the shit.
Fire. 1,000%.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'm
that's a
hungry.
good one.
Guys, we appreciate you for being real ass fans. Thank you guys for all the likes, comments, the shares, the love. Keep liking, keep commenting. Make sure you guys hit subscribe on the tube to stay up to date with the newest episodes that drop. With that being said, let's keep the show moving. We got headline number 2. Speaking of criminals, jury selection kicks off in Hunter Biden's federal gun crime trial. This is interesting stuff. I know we covered this a little bit. You had Biden do that surprise visit to Haley Biden.
Bro, before you get into this,
yeah,
do you not think that's reasonable that these people who did that should be made an example of?
I think they need to be made the ultimate example.
I mean, bro, prison is not enough.
Prison is not enough. I don't want listen, the only taxpayer dollars I want going to handling these people are to guillotines and wood chippers, bro.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dude, you guys let me know what you think. Because, dude, putting these people in prison, all they get is slaps on the wrist for anything they do.
Well, they only got a couple of years to live anyway.
No, dude, listen. For things like this to not happen, there has to be examples made. People have to know what happens when you do this. After World War II, they had the Nuremberg trials where they fucking hung the media who lied. They hung the people who perpetrated these things. How is this any different than that?
It's not.
This is actually, in a whole different realm, worse because it was global. It wasn't just contained to one little thing.
Right.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Anyway.
Yeah. So Hunter Biden's gun trial, that starts today. A couple of fast facts. So Hunter Biden is charged with making a false statement during the purchase of a firearm, as well as possession of a firearm by a person who is an unlawful user of or addicted to a controlled substance. Hunter faces a maximum sentence of 25 years in prison if he is convicted on all counts. Jury selection begins in Hunter's Delaware trial on Monday. Now, it should be noted, Delaware is their hometown. All right. That's where they're from. That's their state. That's where they're from. So a lot of money gets pumped into Delaware from the Bidens. That's already been pointed out. So it'll be interesting how this plays out. I know they have already kicked off in the voir dire, which is the jury selection. They already kicked off one person because they said that Trump was falsely prosecuted. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, so he's facing 42 years of all, if you include the tax charges as well. Is how many he's looking at. Max of 17 years just on the tax stuff, and then another 25 on the gun stuff. You got Dr. Jill Biden. She's in the trial, in the courtroom with him today. Joe, 10% for the big guy. He's not there today. But Jill Biden is there, and which is weird because Hunter Biden fucking hates her. Right? We got some text messages that came out. These were exposed. These were all on the laptop as well, where he called her a, quote, selfish, silly, entitled cunt, end quote. He fucking hates her. He also told her, quote, go fuck yourself. Hunter said in mockery of Dr. Joe Biden's acclaimed teaching prowess, quote, I sorted you, he meant supported, my GM family, including some of the costs you should have used your salary to pay for the last 24 years, Hunter said in the rant, to which she then displayed Hunter's artwork in the White House office. So she's there. Now, super interesting because there's a weird dynamic here that's happening. And out of the White House, they keep talking about, everybody's obviously understanding this is political prosecution, right? The shit that's going on with Trump, it's undeniable. White House is obviously saying that it's not, even though, they're having campaign spokesperson events right outside of the Trump's courthouse, right? It's not.
Did you see Biden's response when he was asked about it? He fucking laughed.
The grin?
Yeah.
The fucking evil smirk?
Yeah.
They know it is, bro.
Everybody knows it is.
They know it is.
But, dude, these people in the country have been pacified, like I said at the beginning of the show, to rant and rave on social media as opposed to behaving as if social media didn't exist. What would you do if your country was being destroyed by these people and you couldn't just post memes about it? What would you do? That's what needs to be done.
Yeah. And so you got that stuff going on. On the Trump case.
And I don't mean violence, by the way. I want to clarify that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying violence. That's not where we're at yet. But bro, we need to get involved.
Mm-hmm. A lot more than just posting memes. Now, speaking of the Trump case, there has been an update there. Apparently, Donald Trump's calling on the Supreme Court to step in. So July 11th is when he's supposed to be getting sentenced. He made a truth statement here saying, quote, the sentencing, quote unquote, for not having done anything wrong will be conveniently for the fascists 4 days before the Republican National Convention. A radical left Soros-backed DA who ran on the platform of, quote, I will get Trump, end quote, reporting to an acting local judge appointed by the Democrats who is highly conflicted, will make a decision which will determine the future of our nation. The United States Supreme Court must decide. So that's a move. It's possible. We'll see what happens. But here's a weird thing. Did you see that apparently Trump's about to blow the whistle? He says if he gets back into the White House, if he gets a second term, he's blowing the whistle on the 9/11 stuff and the Epstein files? Did you see that?
No.
Oh yeah, bro. He's
why didn't you do that first term?
Well, that shit wasn't out yet. Yeah, I think it wasn't. Everything wasn't fully out yet. Now, as far as 9/11, he probably could have blew the whistle on. I think the biggest thing, bro, is that like I do believe in full transparency. I think we need to know fucking everything.
Everything.
Right?
Full D-class. Because, dude, we don't have any trust in anything anymore.
100%.
Nobody can believe anything these people say. So the only way to regain trust is for full declassification of what they know.
100%. I think my only thing, and I do understand it to a certain degree, bro, is that it's like taking somebody who's never seen outside, who's never seen the light, like the sunlight, bro, and then just fucking full blown blinded.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna be like, bro. I mean, you talk about mass chaos.
You don't
bro.
think most people know this shit by now?
I mean,
you don't think most people know that JFK was assassinated by people within our own country? You don't think that people know that 9/11 was fucking?
I think it's one thing to think, and then it's another thing to 100% without a doubt know it.
I mean, you don't think that Epstein was some sort of intelligence operation to blackmail the most powerful people on earth to
100%.
spread? How do you think they get people to do those narratives? They don't just pay them. It's called the stick and the carrot. They pay them, and then if they won't take the money, they threaten them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here's Trump's on what he's promising for a second term.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very, very simple to him. But yeah, anything? What else?
Why didn't you? Why didn't you? Why didn't you? That's my problem. Why didn't you?
What were you waiting on? Yeah, what was the hold up? What do you think's gonna happen in the Hunter Biden shit?
Nothing.
I wonder, is it like Biden can't pardon him, right?
I mean, look,
like,
dude.
Wouldn't that be a direct conflict?
What do you mean when you say, what do you think is going to happen? Normally, I would say that these people, like, dude, if we had a real justice system, these people like Fauci, all the people I've named, Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, the WHO with Tedros, all these people across the nations, there's only like 1,000, 2,000 people that created that whole thing. If we had a justice system and we had people across the globe that actually had a big old nutsack like we used to, these people would already be hung. So when you say, what do I think is going to happen to them? I don't think anything's going to happen to them because the people who represent us supposedly in our government don't do anything. They go on there, they say some harsh words, they write a harsh letter, they say some statement. They don't actually do anything. The thing just keeps going and going and going, and that's where Americans get frustrated. There's no accountability. There should be zero privilege or immunity for these people for what they've done.
Yeah.
And
no one's above the law.
No,
right?
and all these people in the Republican Party who act like they actually care, dude, they don't, because they say they do, and they say these things. Like we saw this statement today by Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, it sounds good. What the fuck are you going to do? You know, you tell Fauci he committed crimes against humanity. Rand Paul said the same thing. So did dude from Texas. What's the dude from Texas name?
The governor?
No, fucking, whatever. It doesn't matter. Multiple people have gone on and said these things over and over and over again, but yet nothing happens. And the reason nothing happens is because all these people are on the same team. They're all in on the same bullshit. They're all in on the same insider trading. They all make money. None of them will tell on each other or prosecute each other unless it's Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is the only guy who's not part of their little game, hopefully, okay? Because that's where I get my little doubts from, right? It's like, dude, why didn't you do any of this stuff already? Why do you not direct the American people on what to do? Why don't you tell us what we should be doing? Why, when you have 100,000 people in front of the entire country on every TV station, don't you tell the American people are waiting for instructions. They're waiting for someone to say, this is what we're doing. Do this. He hasn't done that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that, if you're a real leader, bro, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you directing American people? Like, I've offered more leadership on this show to solutions than he has. I say what people need to be doing. They need to be getting activated. They need to be living a life of personal excellence. They need to be changing the culture. They need to not be a fat fuck. They need to fucking be healthy. They need to put intelligent things in their brain. They need to be personally excellent, because everything that these people want is a subservient slave class. And the only way they can get that is if we're poor, unhealthy, sick, taking all their drugs, eating all their food, consuming all their data, making them rich. And we should be the antithesis to that. That is a big solution to the culture. That's a long-term solution. The other short-term solution is to get engaged in your local politics, get engaged in your local school boards. Where's Trump saying any of that?
It's fair. It's a very, very fair.
Okay,
point,
so that's my gripe. All right, you have these guys going on there, and this is not dislike Trump. This is we should be able to be critical of people.
You should be.
That's my criticism of him.
Yeah.
You know, and for you, those of you who say, "Oh, you guys you worship Trump," no, not at all. Just because you fucking think someone is a better option than someone else doesn't mean you worship them. Okay, you're presented with a pile of shit, or you're presented with a cheese sandwich. You're gonna choose this cheese sandwich. Now it ain't a filet mignon, but you know what I'm saying?
I like cheese.
Yeah. Like, I'm definitely not eating the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, that's what we got to look at. And there's a lot of things that I love about Trump, and there's a lot of things that give me question marks. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to vote for him. It doesn't mean I'm going to be like one of these dumb fucks who's like, "Oh, don't vote." What's wrong with your brain?
Right. I'm going to write in and
okay, you can say this and it sounds real nice. Oh, when you vote, you're giving them the power, and you're inadvertently subservient to them and all this shit. Bro, there's a reality out here. And here's the reality. If Biden stays in power, you are going to suffer. Your life is going to suffer. Your income's going to suffer. You might get put in some sort of camp. Who knows? Who knows what these people are going to do? Okay? Now, you can live in this dream world and say, "I'm not going to vote because I'm not going to participate in this tyranny." All right. So what if they cheat again? And your vote would have been for Trump, and that evidence would have created a scale at which they couldn't cheat over. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You gave them enough to fudge.
Dude, that's the thing. There has to be such a landslide of votes that they can't cheat over it. And then you let him get in office and he improves a couple things, and then we figure out where to go from there. That is a reasonable person's thought process.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%, man.
You have to fucking have evidence that they're doing the things they're doing to hold them accountable.
Right. Not voting actually feeds them on the other way. Yeah.
Even if you don't believe in the vote, even if you don't believe in the way that the system's set up, the only way you could change it is by stopping the bleeding right now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
100%, bro.
I can say this, dude. The way that things are going, if they cheat again, bro, I think there's going to be big problems. I think people will rise up because the evidence of how much more momentum is with Trump than with Biden. They can say the poll stuff every day on TV. They can say, "Oh, he's leading by 10 points." Bullshit. Trump has 200,000 people showing up at his rallies. This dude has 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Trump drives down the road, and everywhere he goes, there's 50 people deep along the streets. This dude walks down the street with a fucking ice cream cone, and people yell at him and say, "Fuck you."
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So don't give me that shit. The dude didn't get 81 million votes. It was a fucking coup. That's what happened. They lied, they cheated, and now they've used the last 4 years to destroy this country and our way of life. And if they get another 4 years and they cheat again, which they won't, because I think if they try to do it this time, they will end up in the fucking gallows. Not by the justice system, but by the citizens.
Yeah. It's real shit, man. Well, guys, let's get into our third and final headline. Headline number 3. Player who hit Caitlin Clark responds to calls for an enforcer. Now, this is, it's a very interesting situation, but we got some really good shit happening here, which I think is important to bring up because, racism does exist, right? Not in the way that people talk about it. But, yeah, racism can absolutely exist, and it's important when people call that shit out for what it is. And that's exactly what's happening here. So let's check into this. As the hits on Caitlin Clark keep piling up, one of the most frequently proposed solutions is that the Indiana Fever needs to get themselves an enforcer to protect Clark. Calls for the acquisition of a player whose main role is to dish out punishment grew this weekend after the Chicago Sky's Shinity Carter sent Clark crashing to the floor in a completely unprovoked attack. Did you see this video?
No.
Well, watch this shit.
She has been terrific. Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. And Clark.
Play was well over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's clearly which was called. The question is, will they call it?
And she called her a bitch.
She said, "Yo, bitch."
Kennedy Carter.
Yeah. In fact, none other than frequently penalized Warriors for it, Draymond Green himself weighed in on the topic. In a comment originally posted on Instagram, Green said, quote, Indiana better go invest in an enforcer fast. To which Kennedy, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. That's what it spells like, yeah.
She's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Kennedy, whatever. She made a tweet saying, "We grown as fuck and y'all talking about enforcer. Man, get the fuck out of here. Hoop or shut up." Now, I want to ask you this because, you know, you've played sports, I've played sports, right? Like, you know, the fresh meat, as they're called on the field or whatever it is, right? Like, there is an adjustment there for sure, right? Low guy on the totem pole. There is a part of that in sports for sure, right? Now, I don't know what you were taught. I was always taught between the whistles. That's what I was taught, right? I don't know if there's an argument to be made that this is just an adjustment of a new player. She's new to the WNBA. I don't know. Or is this something more sinister? Caitlin's been, nobody, like, they've all been hating her because of how she was drafted, the contract she makes, but she's a damn good fucking player. And she's getting zero recognition because of that. Andy, what you got on that?
Well, I mean, is this happening all the time? I mean,
she just got in and starting.
Yeah, but look, dude, I mean, that's a dirty play.
Yeah.
That's all I see it for. I see it as dirty play, you know. I think if you want to bring up racism, the more racist thing, I think that's a dirty play. I don't think that's racism.
Okay, good. Stephen A. Smith doesn't agree. He thinks it was absolutely racist as a component there.
He did?
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith did?
Yeah, he said Kennedy's fucked up and it's wrong.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what she says or who she is or who she stands for.
What's the WNBA? Yeah.
We see this play happen in sports all the time. This happens in hockey. This happens in football. This happens in baseball.
Cheap shots, sure.
Yes. So to say that's racist, I mean, who fucking knows? What was the conversation? But I'll tell you what I do think is racist is when the announcers start talking about how she has white privilege in the WNBA
right.
because she's not a lesbian and she is white.
Right.
Like, that's the racism. Okay? I'm tired of hearing
and
that
sexism.
shit. Listen, I'm tired of hearing that shit. Everybody's tired of it. Okay? White people, you do not have to feel guilty for being fucking white. If people come at you and say, "Hey, you fucking white," tell them to fucking eat shit. Okay? I'm fucking tired of it. All white people are tired of it. There's a complete anti-white bias in the media, and it's been going on for way too long. And there's no reason that anybody should apologize for something that they were born as. All right. So the racism comes from these announcers who are beating this shit to death. You go out in the real world, nobody gives a fuck about any of this. Nobody gives a fuck about white people or black people or any of this shit. This is all made up narrative shit for television and ratings and people that think they're in the fucking civil rights era, which has already been solved 50 fucking years ago.
Well, that's the question, bro. Why do they want you to care about this shit so much?
It's ridiculous.
It's to distract you from all the other actual shit that's happening right now in this country.
Well, look, dude, listen. Listen, I'm fucking tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing white people are bad. I'm tired of hearing white people this, white people that. Fuck white people. Just about white. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you. Okay, how about that? That's racism. I'm sick of hearing it. I don't give a if you're black and you're criticizing white people for being white, or you're white and you're criticizing black people for being black, or you're whatever. If you judge someone by the color of their skin, the pigment of their skin, you are a world-class piece of shit. That's my stance on all of it. And white people in general need to quit apologizing for being white. You guys are acting like a bunch of bitches. Okay? It's not a bad thing to say, "Hey, you stand up for yourself."
Yeah. 100%.
It's not right. It doesn't matter who it comes from.
Whatever direction it's going.
Yeah, you couldn't be. You're colonized, motherfucker. My grandparents were immigrants. They weren't even here for fucking slavery.
I wouldn't.
And if you want to fucking really get into it, my ancestors were slaves of black people in Sicily.
Right.
Fuck.
Look into it more.
I'm sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
Sick of hearing it, dude.
I think he is too much. Stephen A. Smith's been changing his tune a lot of shit.
Yeah, you know why? Because listen, I'm going to be real. Stephen A. Smith is a big propagator of the division that's happening now.
To be, yeah.
And he's done it for a decade, and now he's starting to realize that he fucked up, which I can respect.
100%.
But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Stephen A. Smith hasn't caused a lot of this,
yeah.
especially in sports.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith has been this, anti-white, everything's racist for 10, 15, 20 years.
Yep.
Okay? So now he's starting to get it, and I can respect that. But, you should have got it a long time ago. It's not okay for anyone to discriminate against anyone for the color of their skin, dude.
No.
Like, you think of think how stupid you have to be to look at someone and think that person's black or that person's white, and then think less of them. And then to openly say it, like they talk about Caitlin Clark, like these black women, and you've seen these reports, right? Yep. Like where these black women are like, yeah, she's a great player, but blah, 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 blah. She has privilege because she's white. Oh, so because she's white, she's better at basketball? I'm pretty sure most of the motherfuckers in basketball are black.
We all know that ain't true.
Yeah. And on top of it, let's talk about diversity, okay? Right. Are you guys going to start putting white people on NBA teams? Where's the talk about that? No. You know why there's no talk about that? Because white people don't give a fuck about that. They don't. White people are actually the least racist motherfucking people on the planet because they have never been allowed to base their identity in race. If I was to say I'm proud for being white my entire life, it would be considered racist. Mm-hmm. But if you were to say I'm proud to be black, it's celebrated.
Right.
If an Asian says I'm proud to be Asian, it's celebrated. If a gay person says I'm proud to be gay, it's celebrated. So why can't white people not say I'm proud to be white? I don't want to say that, by the way. I don't give a fuck. But the point is, there's a double standard there. And because that double standard exists, white people don't have the thoughts of their own race the same way that everybody else does because they've been taught that it's not okay to feel that way. All right? So when we look at the whole...
This is real shit, man.
Yeah, so when we look at the whole dynamic of what's going on here, you have one race of people who are bullied and told they are racist, who are actually people who never say a fucking thing racist about anyone because the minute they fucking... most white people won't even say black person.
Right.
Like if they say, oh man, this guy came up and fucking shot at me, they'll say, well, what do you look like? I don't know, he's like 5'10". All right. Well, what else did he look like? Right. He was 30. What else did he look like?
He looked like a nice man.
He was wearing Nikes. What else did he look like? And the fact that he was black will be the last thing that they say because they're afraid to be called racist. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, like, dude, we have to get past this.
We're not making that shit up. That's a real headline, too. We covered that on the show.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time.
All the time.
But dude, it's absurd. And white people aren't calling for integration in the NBA because we realize that fucking the NBA is more exciting with the guys who are playing it.
They're pretty good.
Hey, man, I don't really give a fuck if they're white or they're black. I want to watch some good fucking basketball.
That's it. I want my team to win, whatever matters.
Remember 2 years ago when they started saying they're going to have to make hockey more diverse?
Right.
Like, I don't care, man.
Look at it. More
I don't give a fuck how many black dudes are on a hockey team, bro. I just want to see some good hockey. Mm-hmm. Same with baseball. You don't hear any white people saying there needs to be more white people in baseball. Most fucking baseball players are black or Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that about the NFL. But we have to have diversity of the workforce. Otherwise, we're racist. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, if you want to break down DEI and make it as expose it for the bullshit that it is, how come they never talk about it in pro sports? How come they never talk about it in college sports? Because people want to watch and they understand meritocracy. They understand the best play. They understand the best win. They understand competition. And every motherfucking human understands it, and they don't want that shit in their sports. And so all of those people that say you got to have it in all these other places are full of shit. They're all a bunch of fucking liars.
100%, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. Let us know.
Nobody should be judging anybody for the color of their fucking skin. Period. That is period.
Period, Pooh.
I'm fucking over it, dude.
I get it, bro. I get it.
Because, dude, you know what's going to happen, dude? You know, like how white nationalism legitimately fucking. That's right.
They are trying to create.
That's right.
It's an intentional move.
That's right.
100%.
And that's what people got to understand.
Yeah.
This I get because I'm seeing a lot more like aggressive pro-white shit on the internet, and like people talking shit on people like me to say, hey, there should be no racism. There, like, dude, we should be able to be proud of who we are and what we've contributed to society without being called racist. Every race should be able to say that. Okay. But at the end of the day, we should also know that that doesn't make us better than someone else.
Exactly.
And that doesn't make us, or worse. That's right.
Man.
I'm just over it, dude. Like anybody who fucking does that shit, you can fuck right off to me.
100%.
I think it's the lowest common denominator of intelligence. I think you're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. But I also believe that we should be telling the truth about what people did what, right? For the last fucking 15 years, we've had to hear about how, you know, white people didn't do any of the shit they say they did. Oh, you mean white people didn't like legit build Europe?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't create all these things. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now we're having shit taken away from us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's lies. That's not even true.
Stupid shit. Black people built the pyramids. You know that, right?
Well, apparently they built everything.
Everything.
It's just so, it's irritating.
Yeah, black people built everything but a credit score.
It's irritating. And by the way, black people represent the smallest amount, the smallest amount of slavery in the history of human earth.
Mm-hmm.
More people of other races have been enslaved than black people than any other.
There's more slaves alive today than there were fucking.
Yeah, and they say, oh, well, white people went and stole black. No, they were sold by other black people. Half the fucking slave owners in the South were black.
They don't want you
like, dude, I'm just tired of getting the finger point. And dude, here's the bottom line. And I want to say this too. 99.9% of people in the real world
don't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck. They're cool people. That's the bottom line. But I'm so tired of hearing about it from these crazy people. I think everybody is. I think that's why we're seeing. Jesus, dude.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? Is that a fucking tornado?
I'm sorry. That actually hurt, bro, because I almost shit myself at the same time.
Damn.
That was about to be bad.
Are you sure you didn't? Was that one of them things where you like shit yourself? You're like, I almost shit myself.
You ever snort, bro? So you never snorted?
Huh?
You never snorted? A sneeze and a fart? You never snorted?
Yeah, but
it hurts.
Listen, man. Here's what I know.
All right, mother. Y'all act like it never happened to y'all. Okay. All right.
That's not what I'm saying.
All right. No, that's fine.
See, that's racism.
It's fine. Oh, so only black people snort?
See, that's what I'm saying. My point is, dude, I'm just tired of hearing it. And I think everybody is. And I think that's why we're seeing such a black exodus from these Democrats, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's tired of artificial division. And we have to start telling the truth. We have to stop asking, is it offensive? And start asking, is it true? And we have to start being honest about things because, dude, these people are insane. And once black people and white people truly figure out that we're on the same page,
bro,
those government fucks look at us like we're cockroaches, all of us. Everything they do is to get black people and white people to not get along because when that dynamic collides and unifies, those people are
bro.
That's why this racism shit it needs to be solved. And like, dude, just as I would stand up against somebody who was white and was racist towards black people should be standing up against this anti-white shit too.
Mm-hmm. It's real shit, man.
We're Americans, bro.
Period. Guys, jump down in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts, theories, feelings were on this topic. Now, with that being said, let's bring the show to a close with our final segment. As always, a thumbs up or dumb fuck. Now, in honor of Andy's favorite month, Pride Month, I got something here for you, bro. I know it's important to you, and I want to make sure that you know you're seen and you're heard and you're validated.
Well, thank you. I often feel unheard.
I see you.
You're so brave.
You're so brave. No, man.
You definitely shit your pants.
Andy, man, I got something for you here, man.
I know you do.
From our neck of the woods. From our neck of the woods, right here in little old St. Louis, Missouri.
You guys smell that?
Okay, all right, bullshit. Y'all don't fucking smell shit. All right. Y'all don't smell nothing. I ain't far for real, man. Come on, don't do me like that.
Oh, it's Pride Month for me, but don't do you like that.
Right here from little old St. Louis, man. We got to rep the city. Now, this is a little context article first before we get to the meat and potatoes here. But this headline is a few months, like about 2 months ago. This headline reads: Missouri Republican candidate torches LGBTQ inclusive books in viral video. So we got Valentina Gomez. She's running for Missouri Secretary of State. She lit a couple of books on fire. It sent the world, social media went into a craze, fanatic rage about this. And when I say the world, I mean like 10 people. But here's a clip. Let's check this out.
That's because the rest of them want those books to burn.
Yeah, no shit.
This is what I will do to the growing books when I become Secretary of State. Let's go. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make it down. These books from the Missouri Public Library. When I'm in office, they will burn.
She just went full blast.
She don't get no. But here's
she gives zero.
Oh, zero, bro. She's awesome. But here's the funny thing.
It's gonna be burn the books right here on TV.
She so she got some clap back, right? And I want to show you what her response was.
I bet she clapped right back.
For those that I offended for burning 2 pornographic books, from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize.
To absolutely nobody. The double tap does what the he wants. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. God bless.
She did not.
She did that. That's her.
Okay, we gotta get her on the show.
That's her post, man.
That's hilarious.
But there's been an update. So again, in honor,
I guarantee you, bro, she listened to the show.
Oh, she no, she wants to come on.
She does.
We can make it happen.
All right,
we can make it happen.
Tell her to bring that flamethrower.
You got one.
I know.
We can burn books together.
I know. We could cross the streams. Have you seen Ghostbusters, bro? When you cross the streams, it opens up a dimension.
Mm-hmm.
A gay one.
I'm about to say.
It's not the same as when we cross the streams, you know what I'm saying?
Who's that? What do you mean by that?
What? Is that secret?
Come on, man.
It's Pride Month, bro. Don't be ashamed.
Come here.
All right, stop.
All right, so she made another one. She made she's been on it. And she's been getting a little bit more heat here recently also, because she made a post where she basically told everybody to stop being weak and gay. Is what she said. Here's the clip.
In America, you can be anything you want. Don't be weak and gay.
Was that on TV?
She's posted all social media.
Don't be weak and gay.
She's been watching too many Goggins videos.
In America, man, you can be anything you want. Just don't be weak and gay. It's great.
You know, I saw Becky posted this reel this morning. Mm-hmm. Did you see that reel she posted today?
Mm-mm. Let me throw it up.
Yeah, throw it up here. It's good.
All right, this clip right here.
Your children will see us. Your children will love us. And your children will join us.
The children. Why are you so obsessed with the children? I know, you know, we all know that this ain't wholesome family fun here. You can be a drag queen without the approval or validation of children. Why do you need that? Why does the rainbow community fight so hard for the approval of and access to children? The number one reason why people are starting to revolt against the gay community is because of this right here, because of your incessant demands for access to people's children. It's not that hard to just leave the children alone.
They don't want to leave the children alone.
Check that man's hard drive.
Why do they want the children?
Check that.
Why do they constantly talk about the children? And if you are gay, you should probably stand up and say this is bullshit, just like Becky is saying, because Becky is gay. And she doesn't want people to revolt against the gay community. I don't understand what it is about gay people that allow these men who are dressed up as women to infiltrate their movement and then force themselves onto other people's children. Bro, it's dangerous. People are going to start getting killed. Real talk. And so if you are gay and you are celebrating quote unquote Pride Month, one of the 4,000 fucking days that you get in a year, okay, please differentiate your beliefs from these fucking people's beliefs, because there's going to come a time where these people are going to be dealt with.
1,000%, man. Guys, you tell us what you guys think. Let us know down in the comments. Thumbs up here?
Thumbs up. People are sick of that, dude. They're sick of it. They're fucking sick of it. F you and your fucking drag shit and your want to be in front of people's kids. F off. Vigilante justice is going to start happening, dude.
Mm-hmm. There ain't going to be nothing they can do to hold that back.
No. And it's not going to be punished either. People are... Dude, this is...
It's happened.
That's right. This has happened over and over again in history. Gay people have started to get gay rights. Pedophiles join them, and it caused this big, huge issue against the entire gay community. This has happened over and over and over again. You guys got what you wanted. People didn't give a 5-6 years ago. In fact, most people didn't give a fuck about the rainbow flag or nothing. They were like, oh, cool, man. Now it's like, another fucking rainbow?
Yeah. They keep adding colors, bro. I didn't even know there was that many colors existed.
Dude, it's dangerous. These people, dude, like I said before on the show, you never see women dressed as men. You never see women who are quote unquote trans men wanting to shake their shit in front of little kids. It's always middle-aged men dressed as women that are demanding access to your fucking children. Why is that? The answer is obvious. It is a pedophile problem, and it needs to be called what it is. Stop pretending these people are part of your movement. They're not.
No. Real shit, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.